I had to guess it's going to be one of the longer ones, so let's get to it. Obviously we can't sail in here, there's no wind, but we have that little cruise option, which is just kind of the coolest thing ever. Put that away. I don't remember if we're supposed to go this way or that way first. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure if it matters, but if it does, we're going this way first. Let's get out for the rising water. The music in this place is always so kind of like mysterious to me. But what can you do? And what is that? Oh, okay. So you remember the true jellies? These are a different type, but they don't give us a special jelly. The only thing special they do is shock us. So we have to stun them with... Okay, that's locked, but we need a key. Ouch. And so you stun them by throwing your boomerang, obviously. You saw me kill the first one like that. But I think this was the part... Okay, so I said this was my first Legend of Zelda game. This was the part in the game that really got me interested in like the lore of Hyrule and, you know, what happened at what times and like the various Zelda timelines. It was this part right here because I'm not going to spoil anything right now, but you know, stuff's about to happen. You know, obviously this was... They talk about in the game how this was a dungeon that was created by the gods to test the courage of a man. And that was worthless, and we don't need to be here right now. Doing that was just an extra... Oh, this door's open. Alright. We should probably take out our Deku Leaf, because that's the best way to, get rid of those guys. So that's actually what we're going to do as soon as we get this item, which is probably the map, right? No, what? It's the compass? I honestly was not expecting that. I misled you, I'm sorry. But yeah, so this was like a tower built by the gods to test the courage of just a human person. Which we are in this game. We're not anything special. Although we've got like those pointy ears, those characteristically pointy ears that everybody associates with like elves and stuff, but I'm okay with being a human. Alright, so obviously we gotta go this way first. And do we want to go in that door? Yes we do, because I don't think I can go anywhere else. Can we make it in before water rises? Nope. Poop. Alright, we're gonna get back in just so we don't drown. I'm not quite sure if this is... this is one dungeon that I really don't remember the sequence for. Other dungeons I can usually remember it pretty quickly, but this one is a little tougher for me to remember. So that's why I think this is going to be one of the longer episodes. Okay, this room. Best thing to do is obviously take out those people first. Those little creatures. That's not what I want to do. Alright, something else we need to do is take out our bombs, and we'll put that for the grappling hook if I can... I have to deal with the broken gamepad screen, if you remember. But I'm pretty sure I've said that like every single episode so far. So the idea is to like put this into place where we can hopefully get to both sides from, so we don't have to do too much running around. Dang it, that was a waste of a bomb. Sweet. This must be the map. We've already got the compasses doing this, unless it's a treasure chart. Yeah, there's the map. Which will help out, but I'm going to go back to the items, because I understand the layout of this, so I'm back on the items. I understand the layout of this dungeon, I just don't know where I'm supposed to go first. That was nice, I needed that. See, he shocked me. Even though I was only going for his friend, with my sword. So yeah, you see they don't give you an orange shoe. Oh, they just give you either red or green, which you already have. Can we get up there? Ah, dang it. Now he was looking at this one over here, so I'm guessing this one was kind of special. Requires a lot better timing. Let me just get rid of this. I don't remember. It might just be another joy pendant or something. Something kind of useless that we're wasting our time trying to get, but... And it's one of these guys. As long as he... This might be bad. Yeah, that was worthless. Let's get out of there. That's bad news bears. Alright. So we still don't have the key. But the good news is we know where we're going to go once we get the key. Because there's only one place so far that needs the key. In-depth gameplay right there. Now we gotta wait and wait. This is why this dungeon usually takes a while, is because you have to wait for the water to be where you need it to be. It's not like you can just go when you've solved the puzzle. You've gotta let the puzzle kind of set itself up to be solved, if that makes sense. Yeah, those little plates, they're like weight activated or whatnot. I don't want that. Now this part here, you just gotta be careful. Yeah, well, obviously those plates activate stuff. And I think that box was on top of the button when I dropped it, so we might be in luck. But you see, like, kind of the magic of these buttons and the bridges. Oh yeah, that was clutch. It's just so cool how they, you know, they made this like ancient sort of technology just seem so mystical, and it just kind of sparks your imagination. It makes you wonder, is like, you know, when was this temple created? Has anybody else gone through these trials? What were these trials for? Why was it created? There's just a lot of things you should start asking questions about. At least I personally do, and this is what really got me interested in The Legend of Zelda. This part and the next part. This part being this whole dungeon, the next part being the part after this dungeon, which I, again, am not going to spoil before it actually happens, because that part just kind of, the first time I played it got me giddy, and I was like, alright, we're about to find out some cool stuff. And I hope I'm hyping you up for it right now. It might be anticlimactic to you, but to me it was a big deal. Alright. So yeah, I'm recording this really late, and it's been a long day. It was midnight when I started recording. And I don't think I'll be finished with this one until about 1:30. If I'm being totally honest. Alright. Okay, the problem with this one is that you can't even let your torch touch the water when you're jumping, and it'll be, like, obviously you see the two torches right there. You can't even let your torch touch the water when you're jumping, or else it'll go out. And obviously, I mean, for this dungeon, I'm all about speed, because what I'm really interested in is the next part. I want to see if I can make this jump easily. Nope. So I need to pull this one a little closer towards the second one, towards the third one. Push it a little closer towards the third one, we should be good. And honestly, if I'm paranoid, I could put those other two in somewhere in the line and just make it really easy to get all the way to the other side, but that takes time and I'm impatient. A lot of times it's funny because if I find out that, you know, my being impatient causes me to mess up a lot more than if I were patient and did things a little more thoroughly the first time, I would end up actually taking less time to do that part. Alright, we got our fire, we got our boxes. Oof! We've got our flames. Flame on! Probably Chris Evans' most notable role in Fantastic Four. The one he's most renowned for. He didn't play Captain America or anything. That's all in your mind. And those friends just decided to join us. How lovely, huh? Playing with fire right here. Not really, I'm kind of playing with electricity. I just wanted to stay away long enough. So obviously I don't need the red chew jelly at all, the dude doesn't need it anymore. If I really wanted to, I could sell it to Beetle, but like that guy who owns the shop ship, but I'm not feeling that. Alright. And we're cruising. So yeah, this dungeon, this takes long just because this is the very beginning part. It's already been like 12 minutes, and we're still in the very beginning of it. So if you think some of the other, like, the other dungeons had some parts that went long in them, this is by far the longest. This one usually takes me the longest of any dungeon in the entire game, to be honest. Maybe the last two are kind of long, but at that point, you're like, ooh, this is fun. I'm getting closer to the end. Alright, let's take care of these guys first. That was not who I wanted to target. I don't need any more of these. Shoot. That's not what I like. I'm pretty sure I do have to kill all of them before I can get up to my statue friend. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Oh, look at that crush throw. So they always hook out a bit to the left. Yeah. It always hooks out a bit to the left, so if you're Z-targeting one in front of you and there's one a little bit to the left of you, it will hit that one too. Alright, so the water in this room is synchronized with the water everywhere else. So you've got to time it with all that. And if this thing were to be submerged, it would just disappear and go back up to its stand. And I'd have to get it back from the stand. Nice statues. They look like they're doing like an Egyptian dance. Shuts off the water coming out of that mouth. Opens up the path to a door. Good to go. Except for the fact the water went back down, so again, we have to wait. I think it's like maybe 10 seconds. But still, that makes a difference. 10 seconds, 10 times adds up. To just under 2 minutes, but still. Alright, and then we're not going to get there in time, so we're going to have to wait again, and it'll be another 10 seconds. See what I'll tell you. I don't know if it's actually 10 seconds, I was just kind of guess. But I think it's pretty accurate. And I don't feel like counting. I could have been counting right now, but I didn't feel like it. Alright. On to the second part with our friends the rats and this guy. Watch what he does. He spies me. So I gotta go fast. Not yet though. do that wrong. We need our little Egyptian friends. And we need to time this. We did it well enough. Alright, we drop him. He gets 1 plate. Get his brother. Put him on the 2nd plate, and we'll stand on the 3rd. Boom, switch is activated. Just like we like it. Alright. My jumping noises aren't as impressive as his, I'm sorry. So yeah, we can't do anything there yet. Steal away. I don't have much money for you to steal. Alright, basically in Man Central right here. So we go up here. No, we don't. We go over here. This door's lit up. We go up there afterwards. And see, it's not ridiculously long, it's just kind of tedious. It's all these things you have to wait for. It's nothing that you can just kind of control on your own. We can't do anything about that eye yet. We can get... Alright. So let's check. Seeker of the Goddess's Guidepost. Press ZR to call me and guide me to my place of truth. To me it sounds like he's going caw. But I think they're trying to make it sound somewhat like come on, I don't know. Alright, so we gotta let this guy just follow us. I like how in games blue is usually denoted as a good guy. Kinda wish purple was more often. Purple's kind of sometimes an evil color. If you look in Super Smash Bros, obviously Ganondorf's color is purple and he's kind of considered an evil character. It's always considered like kind of like a dark aura. But I like purple. I think it's cool looking. Did they respawn? No, they didn't. We can go. Hello. Thank you for watching us. Alright, nothing special yet. So that's the first one. And like I said, this isn't tough, it's just tedious and you have to wait for everything. You have to wait for these cutscenes. It's not really cutscene, these sequences. His face just kind of looks like meh. All of them do. They look sad and in pain at the same time. That's not it. There appear to be markings that indicate... Yes. I tried to pull this out, but apparently I wasn't in range. This is one you hear a lot throughout the game. It's a shame too, because they made it such a boring tune. You learned the command melody. Grab some water. My kin wait beyond the doors. Control them and guide them to their places of truth to open the path of the gods. Where to go? Is it magic? I like how like some people complain in video games how, like for example in the Breath of the Wild. Well, I'm not a fan of you guys. There's the door. Like in Breath of the Wild, like the physics with the I don't need the bombs right now. I will switch it. Honestly, I'll switch it for the boomerang because I can use the leaf to stun all to stun. To stun those the true jellies, the electric true jellies. And it's probably more effective because it can do lots of them at once. Oh, if he hits us, we're done. Great thing about these bad guys is they don't predict our motion. They just kind of react to it. So if we're doing something like swinging with the grappling hook, perfect. I was afraid of him messing us up. And he just fell into the bottomless abyss. Which is kind of crazy to think about, because we know how much we came up, how many floors we came up. It was just basically like 2 flights. But look how deep the chasm is below it. Then again, this part is basically behind the area we were on the first floor. Don't hit the wall. I don't want to hit the wall. Did I drop too low? Cool. Alright, we don't want to do that yet, obviously, because as you've seen, the magic of those platforms goes away after you step on them. Or after you get off of them. So we'll use this guy. But and our brand new song. That's one thing I like about the Legend of Zelda games, is they always build up upon the items you've gotten. You know, I got the hookshot in the first dungeon, but I've used it in the second dungeon, and I've used it in the third dungeon already. I guess you could call this a dungeon, but it's a tower, and they're not really trying to keep anyone in. It's just like for trials. Alright, so yeah, obviously that puzzles. You stand on this, you command him, you use your new ability to get your friend across the room, and you swing over here, pick him up, and everybody can go on their merry way through the door. Drop you. That opens the gate for us. But how do we get across? We have no method to get. I know, you don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me. You saw the A button kind of like flashing as an indicator on the bottom of my screen. My boat was trying to instruct me on what to do. It's like, I've had my 10th birthday. I'm wearing the hero's clothes. I know what I'm doing. You know, for one lesson on using the sword, he's pretty good at it. Alright, so these are the most fun bad guys to fight, in my opinion, in this game, because they actually can sometimes put up a challenge. And you got your mini-boss music. So that one's good to get because, okay, so they have armor. And their armor can, like if they still have their helmet on, you can't do a jump attack on them. See that? So he actually dodged away from that jump attack. And then if they have the chest plate on, you can't do like attacks like this. Of course, doing enough of it, ouch, doing enough of it eventually breaks his armor. Oh, and I forgot. I want it. Guess we have to kill him. Let me guess up. Got it. Alright, so we got the Knight's Crest from him. These are the ones we get the Knight's Crests from. You just gotta wonder, how long was he just waiting in this room? Again, I was just complaining about this. You know, how people see video game trailers and stuff that happens in video games, and it's like, that's not realistic. You know, the physics doesn't work like that. Like with the Breath of the Wild trailer, how he lit the grass on fire, and then he was able to use that, like use the heat from it, the rising heat, to elevate him with his sailcloth? I think it's from Skyward Sword, which I will play for you later as well. But I think they call it a sailcloth, and they wanted to implement that in Breath of the Wild as well. This is my favorite item, the Hero's Bow. I love using it in all the games. It's fun to try and just pick off enemies from forever away and just see the reaction. So now, we're not going to use our friend the Deku Leaf anymore. I don't think we need to. We're just going to use some classic bow and arrows. And of course they respawned. And they're not the easiest to hit with, because it kind of like, you know what? I think I need to change the button assignments. Yeah, I definitely do, because I can't aim with the right stick and shoot at the same time. There we go, that's much better. Alrighty. So basically what I did is I just moved it to the right bumper so I could aim with the right stick as well. Oh, that's right. I have to go back. Gotta pick up my friend. He was nice enough not to go and retreat all the way to his room. And just wait there patiently for us. All the while glowing that nice, soft, kind of royal blue. Majestic. Not as majestic as purple. That's one of the reasons I like playing as Ganondorf and Mewtwo in Super Smash Bros. So much, is because of the purple. Like, oh, and you saw, I don't know if you heard that, you saw those guys moving. They can now be active now, because I have a bow and arrow. And it's not really a spoiler, they're just a bad guy, but you can't kill them without the bow and arrow. So, well, you can. Can you? I think you can. Alright, 2 down. We're not making bad time, it's still 26 minutes in already. There's still a good bit. Let's see if we can get some more arrows. Magic and 1 rupee. That's exactly what I was looking for. And bombs, because we're not full on that already. Maybe we'll need them in here. We kind of will. Because I can do this. If I time it right. Which I didn't, so I'm going to try it again. And I did. Sweet. So basically what you want to do in this part is not that. And you saw as soon as I'll show you that again. So I'm going to throw this one in the water. So you saw I picked it up from right there. Just like magic. But I'm not complaining because it's a video game. Places where something like the Triforce exists and boats can talk. And you have a sail that automatically changes the wind so it's always at your back. Like, good grief. You don't need... I'm trying to... When this guy gets in range... They're always the hardest to hit. So it's fun if I feel like taking like... Ooh. Like, I don't know if I was supposed to go in here. I think this might just be like a treasure chart. I'm pretty sure I am supposed to go on the other side, though. Yeah. Alright, so these guys are no fun. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out what you were supposed to do in this room. But then I had an idea. When you hear this noise, listen to the noise after I pull out my Wind Waker. That means you're on the right track. And I figured, since it's just spiraling, I might as well just do the simplest song. That's kind of like the... You know, the trademark of the Wind Waker, of us being the conductor. And I'm pretty sure it's not anything special, but these guys come after us now. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Yeah, so you don't have to be too precise with them. You just kind of have to Z-target them. And they'll do the work for you. And I don't know why I just ran into him. That was kind of dumb. But we're full on everything, and I don't feel like trying to collect rupees right now. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm okay with taking my time going through these dungeons so that you can actually see all the secrets in all these dungeons. And our friends, they're no longer standing on the stool, on the scales for us. We're going to go ahead and head this way. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go here first. I hope I am. Let's do it. I don't think we are, but let's do it. And I'm very accurate. Ah. That was cool. Okay, how did that not hit? Okay. I see you, game. Nope, let's not do that. Let's jump. And when he's ready, let's see target him. There we go. Simple enough. Jump over here. We're not going to bother with those faces because, if anything, why is this not... Thank you. Oh my goodness. If anything, you'll get a joy pendant or 20 rupees, which, let's be honest, those are my favorite things in the game, you know? So yeah, we did need this key, so it was good of us to have come in here first. And I don't know what's up there. I'm pretty sure this is going to be nothing special, just kind of another one of those I'm sorry for wasting your time moments. Okay, you saw that. How did that second one count and the first one didn't? That makes no sense to me. Anyway. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you, but I'm not a very good shot. Yeah, it looks like it's probably just gonna be a joy pendant, and or 50 rupees or something like that. I'm saying that because the color of the box, and usually of the chest, you know, the ones with yeah, joy pendant. So now I don't feel like trying to be delicate and getting back, so I'm basically just gonna do a leap of faith right now. Even though since I missed, it's just gonna put me at the start of the room, down some health. Down a quarter heart, which is totally worth it. I have the key still. It's totally worth it, instead of just trying to get all the way back. Especially with all the complaints I've had about this dungeon, you know? Alright. Now I'm pretty sure we only need 2 of these guys, because I think they're heavier than me. Those walk like an Egyptian. It's like a little nose or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what they are. That little circle is an eye. You see that pixel in there? That's interesting. I've never noticed that before. Alright, I think it should hold me. Yep. Perfect. All the best items out of those vases. Okay, this part was, oh, yeah. I remember it. I was like, I know I have to get close enough to him to be able to call to him. But I couldn't remember how I did it. And it's simple enough. We get in, and we call him. Beautiful. This room took me the longest time the first time I played it. I was literally in this room for half an hour. But yeah, you see, they made you use your decky leaf. So, like I said, they incorporate the items you got throughout the game in your, and these guys, like, those lasers would hurt me. I don't feel like demonstrating it, but I'm just like a stone or something, a magical stone. So, I can just walk straight through them with this guy. No big deal. We'll go back. You hear the lasers come back on. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I remember these guys. These guys are just annoying. Alright, I am going to throw you on that one. Get me across. Oh! I made it. Didn't want to do that. I just wanted to make sure that I made it onto the platform. Made the statue onto the platform. And I almost did it again. And I'm pretty sure we need all 4. So I'm gonna do it just in case. There's no point in wasting Like, this is one of those instances where I'm not rushing, and I'm actually taking my time and trying to do it right the first time, so I can be good overall. And just like that, we're done. Not done, but... What items do I want? What items do I want? I want the bow and arrow, which I need more arrows, because I've been running through them really quickly. That might be something we do earlier. We might go and find all the fairy fountains, so we can increase our stock and everything. I think maybe after episode 8, because there's an item we're gonna get in episode 8 that will be essential to being able to go to all the fairy islands. Don't want you, I want arrows. Thank you. That works for me. Out of their chests came a beam of light. When joined, they create a mystic portal. So these guys, they're no fun. But that's how you kill them. And it's nice being able to walk up to them and do that. So basically their eye turns into a ball when they spy you. And then you can shoot them. You can shoot their eyeball. But puns for day. Hey, that just seems to be a recurring theme here. Shooting eyeballs. So I guess that wasn't really a pun. That's just kind of exactly what it is here. Alright. I'm going to put you here, because I know exactly what's going to happen after I open this key. Which obviously, this chest is only used for the big key. They come to life and they try and kill us. So how do you solve this? I like their eyeballs. They're kind of cool. I mean, they obviously look like a target. Wow. Okay, so apparently that got both of them. And that's how you kill them. Give me those arrows. Alright. Now, the last time I fought this boss, I did pretty quickly. Now, this is pretty cool. We're like at the top of the tower. Unfortunately, you can't look out and see a bunch of, So the blue ones, they're stationary. They don't go in circles. They just kind of stay in place. And that guy's annoying. Might as well just solve it like that. We've got the bow and arrow now. We don't need to waste our time. No golden feather? I thought about getting out my grappling hook to get the golden feather from him, but... Clutch Z targeting right there. But yeah, unfortunately you can't look out and see the islands. They're pretty high up. It'd be a cool view. And I like coming here at night. Like I said, I mean, obviously you'll... Oh, pay attention. Z targeting just makes it so easy. These guys are a little less friendly. But since you can move around... Come on. Thank you. Hey, we need one of those. No, yeah, we do. We'll get rid of our dragonfly. We'll go catch another one some other time. Did I miss it? Is it already gone? Hey, that's a cool little touch. Just having the dragonfly in the middle of this dungeon. I don't remember what that's for. The dragonfly? Bye-bye, dragonfly. You light up my sky. Next, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. Alright, we need to get that fairy out of there so we don't accidentally use it. as it does its magic all on its own. So this part especially, I think the design of this room is so cool. Look at that floor, like the pulsating blue-green. Like it starts with the white, then to the blue, the green. The way it's designed is kind of like the distinct lines, kind of runic. You know, the way this whole room just kind of looks like a motherboard. Link's taking it all in too. Look at that. It's really cool looking. I think this room's aesthetic is really cool. If you could draw this. Oh, chosen one. Accept this final challenge. Just like the sequence of animations. I mean, I don't entirely like the color of the room while we're fighting, but it really isn't that bad. It's kind of teal color. Now this, like his headdress, with like kind of looks like the sun, reminds me of like. So this boss, you want to kill his hands. And then what you gotta do is you gotta shoot his eyes. Where is he? And then he does this if you're not fast enough. And he also, his hands come back to life. And it's just like those big baddies, you throw the bomb inside. Simple enough. Whoa, that's cool. The little pink kind of going up throughout the room. And you run out of arrows quickly. Just use an adverb right there. See, I've already got 9, but then again, I am wasting it. I'm shooting too quickly. Shoot. 6 left. I like the pink coming up. I think that's really cool. That's a nice touch. You know, it's a good contrast from the green and the blue. So we're about to run out of arrows, but fortunately for us, his hand friends. Poop. Yeah, so that's basically what they just try and do. They try and smash you. They try and So I'm gonna run out of arrows right here. He's gonna go ahead and give me some more out of the nose because I'm gonna snowed them up. He'll give me 10, so I've got to be. And I think it also brings the hand back to life, which I don't need to get the hands. I just need to get his eyes. Okay, 7 left. Now if you were to snort out some more arrows, it would probably wake up his other eye. We don't need to worry about that. And boom, just like that we finished. Solid 43 minutes. The path can now be opened. O chosen one. What will now come to pass is tied to your fate, to the path that you have chosen. I didn't really choose it. Like, my sister got kidnapped, and then this boat found me and was like, "You're gonna do this stuff for me now, if you want to save your sister." Path I just wanted to save my sister because these pirates came to my island, and the bird thought my sister was this pirate. He also snorts out heart containers out of his nose. He's got some pretty interesting snot. So excited. He's like, yes! With his fist in his right hand. Magic warp points, I love it. Alright, there is one item that I know we need, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. Up we get. It's so cool, we're at the top of this gigantic tower. I love it. I'm pretty sure this is the only time we're here in the entire game. And that bell, I love the pitch of this bell. But I'd imagine everybody in the Great Sea can hear this. I mean, this is a massive bell at a massive building in the middle of the entire... It's literally like smack dab in the chart, I believe. In the middle of the chart, so... Opens up more magic portals. You have done well. It would seem the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero. Well, thanks, gods. But this does not mean your trials have ended here. Once you take your first step into the world beyond the ring of light you see shimmering in the waves before you, your true trial will begin. Are you ready? Absolutely. If that wasn't a trial, you're like, what will my true trial be? Say that 5 times fast. True trial. Might end up sounding like you're trying to say chew child. But wait, I didn't die. He's like, not bad. Not bad. That is literally the way that face is. It's like, not bad. I'm underwater, but I'm not drowning. What's going on? How? There it is. There's the crest, the Hyrule crest. So this is the part I was talking about that made me so intrigued with like the storyline overall of The Legend of Zelda and like the history of the environments and stuff like that. Okay, one thing I do have to say that I'm concerned about with Breath of the Wild is that, you know, it's such a thrill getting the bow because you can only get it at a certain point at a certain dungeon. And I'm sure there will be certain areas where you can start getting the bow and arrow, like you can have to be a certain level or something. Maybe there's a leveling system in Breath of the Wild. I don't really know, but all will be made clear to you. Trust in my words and see what awaits in the castle. Okay. But what I was saying was that Nintendo... I'll wait till after we get inside. Look at that guy, he's all frozen. Now this part was like, how did it get to this? Why is everything like this? Who's that guy fighting? Who are they fighting? And the pictures around here. We're actually going to take a look at those pictures too. So we're going to get rid of these bombs because that's probably the last item we're going to be using. Pull out the telescope. And we can't do... There used to be a thing where you could look forward with the C-stick on the GameCube controller. We'll just look at this. So you got Princess Zelda right there. They made that obvious. But don't all these guys look kind of like the pirates? It's not a spoiler, but they do. You've got that guy looks like the dude who gave away the bomb secret. You know? That dude just looks really... why won't it let me look? That dude just looks really imposing. Got a crown on, so you obviously a king. But yeah, so with Breath of the Wild going so far as to make it like you collect items and they can break, and it's completely open world. I know it's a puzzle. I'll need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is hidden somewhere in this castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement. But that entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. Do you know where to search and what you must do to open the hidden way? You will find a clue in the shape of the heraldry near where we arrived at the castle. So the Triforce. That is the shape of the heraldry he's talking about. But yeah, so Breath of the Wild is like with that open world and completely being able to explore throughout the entirety of the game. Obviously, some areas will be, I'm sure they'll be impossible to access without items, like without maybe the grappling hook or something like that. I don't think it's going to be the grappling hook. I'm only played one Zelda game with the grappling hook, and it's this one. What just happened? Okay, that was a weird camera angle. But if they were trying to go back to this simple thing where it's, you know, you have to explore the storyline, ooh, I'm trapped in the middle. Psych. That's cool. So, like, if they want to go back to where, for instance, this one, I have to go and get the pearls first to be able to get the Tower of the Gods and start exploring the lore of it all, and it, you know, reveals this moment to me. It's kind of been building up to it that I'm in this place that's underwater. You're like, what's happened here? You know, what's going on? Why are these enemies down here? Why are we down here now? This is a cool looking room. Let's take a gander real quick. See the giant, like, suits of armor and whatnot. And just notice the color of it all right now. It's kind of grayish. It's kind of not the prettiest. Let's put that away. I like our shield too. But yeah, what I was saying with Breath of the Wild is something. Excellent joke, Katie. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. It was a pretty small feat. But thanks for trying to make me feel better. Now take the sword that lies before you. It's none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. Look at all these people, like, praying to it. I actually never looked at the floor in this area, and it's kind of interesting. It reminds me of, like, you know, it reminds me personally of those medieval paintings, how they painted people and stuff. But let's go get it. Who am I, King Arthur? Everything's gotten color. Look at it all. It's beautiful. It looks so much better now. Uh-oh. Yeah, obviously, if you think this part's actually kind of tough. But the thing is, there is friendly fire for those guys, so they can hurt themselves. You see his face, he was like, oh yeah, I like this. Now what's nice is that, you know, compared to our little sword, this sword, it's longer, and it does more damage. So it doesn't take as many swings to kill the big baddies. You can already tell how much longer it is. It's basically like the length of our entire body. Just like, I would love to be able to. I feel like I mean, obviously, I love living in the 21st century with all the commodities and, you know, we play video games and air conditioning and stuff like that. But I think it'd be so cool to just kind of jump back in time and see what it's like when you had to, you know, keep a fire going all the time, and, you know, I know that these castles would be musty and all. We're trying to get away and fight one at a time. So that's kind of clutch because we can get that. You can only get that when his helmet's off. And to be honest, all these guys, I'm pretty sure they're called Dark Nuts. I know they are in the other game, but it's just because the animation style in this game, I'm not too sure. So perfect. Now we can seal that. You don't have a lot of room to attack right here. And he kind of looks like a dog, like, I don't know, is it a Doberman I'm thinking about? I don't know, but he kind of looks like him. So obviously, like, I'm pretty sure all of them give one of those, but that's just kind of like a just in case thing for me. I always think that's funny to do. And it always, like, the Dark Nuts always get, I really hope that's what they're called. Otherwise I'm just saying the wrong thing, like, this whole time. See, watch. I can't steal from him. Oh, where's someone else on? Look at that, switching targeting right in time. But the other guy just did, he did his one attack that does a whole heart's worth of damage. But yeah, like I said, there's friendly fire. He is literally just destroying the dude. And he's dead too. So yeah, it's not too bad. And perfect. I forgot to get his skull necklace, but he gave it to me anyway. And let's shoot him. Just for wow, he's still got a punch off on me. So yeah, we could try to leave and just, you know, let all these guys be. But if you try and go to an exit, we can't go out this exit, but those little lasers show up. And right now, if I were to try to go out the front door, those lasers would show up there too. Dude, chill. I forgot I had the grappling hook out and not my sword. I need to get out of here. That's not a good situation. That is not a good situation. Let's get him. Can we get it with the Z target? Ooh! The Z target hit. See, with our other old sword, that wouldn't have hit. And just like that, in a couple of shots, he's dead. But yeah, so that's basically this part after you get the we got the Master Sword. But yeah, getting the Master Sword just, what? He joined the fight later, and he died first, which is kind of crazy. How is the other one still alive? That is a great question. I do not know. The clutch pulling out of the sword at the last minute. Oh no, I hope you don't hear that watch alarm. If you do, I'm so sorry. Usually you can basically collect all the items if you just hold down B after you break the See, look, these guys are cool. They can pick up any weapon. And you saw that we broke his armor because we hit it enough times. And he's gone. Come on, come on, I'm waiting. Look at that. Sorry, I was kind of in serious mode right there, trying to concentrate, do my best not to get hit at all. I think I did pretty well right there, considering I didn't get hit at all. That was cool. That little spinning jump attack. Alright, so that's not quite all of them, but we have to kill all of them before we leave. I said that already. So we'll get this guy. Just shoot him with an arrow real quick. One more jump attack should kill him. Yeah, you can tell by their voice whether or not you've gotten them. Alright, I just think this place is so cool. Imagine like tons of people here, a royal family actually being here. Imagine the bedrooms and stuff, and the dining halls and festivities you could have here. And obviously not everybody in this time lived like that, but in that I'm saying this time, this is a fantasy world. But even in this fantasy world where our main character is from, this is a castle from olden times, so 2 for 2 on those Z target hits. One more before the Dark Knight gets here. Ouch! Nope, I'll just get punched. That works too. And down I go. That was kind of funny, actually. I've actually never had that happen to me before. I think it's because I think they're called moblins. Those things that do the hardcore punching. The guys who work out MMA style, you know. The pig-like things. I think he was deflecting my attack when I went to. Ooh, that was clutch. So, what I keep on saying about Z targeting is what I'm doing is I'm letting go of the left trigger and then pressing again. Oh no, I want your thing. How many do I have? I don't know, but I'm going to get it. It's worth for me. Ouch. Sweet. Alright, only a few more. And yeah, I know I haven't finished yet because the electric barrier is still there. So that's cool. And I poked him in the butt, so he's dancing around like he sat on a needle or something. Kill him with the arrow, I like it. Ouch! I mean, it's ridiculous. These guys hit so hard. And there you go. So, actually, we can go out the back entrance, but there's a barrier there. And, you know what? I said this was going to be one of the longest episodes. It's not yet. I've actually done a lot quicker than I thought. But we'll go ahead and show you. This is the back entrance. And if we were to leave... Look at that. It's so cool. Let's look around a bit. Like, obviously, there was some sort of building there. Maybe a temple or something. Zoom out some. The flags are kind of cool. There's the entrance to something over there. More ruins. You see a big old tower right there. It's kind of cool looking. And then you can see there's all sorts of countryside and mountains and places to explore. You even have a little... This is in a little lake with a river coming into it. We tried. There's a barrier. We can't go any further. We're just kind of stuck. So we can't go out the back. But we could look, which was a nice thing to do. All right. Let's go out the front. We got our Master Sword. We're ready. We're ready to kick some butt. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do the next part in this episode too. I mean, I could stop it here, but that would be a kind of a weird stopping point. Nope, I need my boat. Let me get in. And I said, I mean, I've been telling you it's going to be like an hour and 20 minutes, but we're at an hour and 4 right now. Could I beat that place in 20? I know what I'll do. Okay, it's nothing too special. But you remember I was saying about the cyclones? We'll go do something kind of special. So let's... Freaking gamepad screen is just messing me up all the time. That's not what I wanted. Freaking stick. That's where we'll go. So exactly where we're facing. Alright. We're in good shape. got enough arrows? And I remember I was telling you in one of the earlier episodes is that we want to stay away from the cyclones because we can't deal with them right now. But guess what we just got from that last dungeon? Okay, not the Master Sword. We got the Hero's Bow. So we can do some damage now. And I'm pretty sure there's one right around this island somewhere. If I recall correctly. Maybe over here. I don't know. Let's go to the right. I thought there was a tornado by this island. I could be mistaken. If I am mistaken, I'm sorry, but I didn't think I was. So remember, later in the game, there we go? Maybe? No? Those are those guys. So let's get the normal one so we can turn quickly and then pull this back out. Alright, so now we've got a rainstorm. Are you going to be nice and spawn in? I know you're there somewhere. Right there. Oh, no. Okay, seagulls are flocking. So, you know, that usually means something. In this case, it means an octopus. And I used to think that you need to hit the eyes. And honestly, I could use... I think you do have to hit the eyes. And in the old version, the eyes would just go like black. Nailed it. But in this one, apparently they glow. The dude's all sad. I've been beating him up. He's just sad squid. Quit trying to terrorize me. Now it's nothing special. I'm pretty sure this one just gives us some treasure. But he's like, I'm done. I'm not gonna be part of that. Alright, yo, listen for it. Right there. Hold down A. Got it. Nailed it. I think it's just a lot of money. To be honest, I don't think it's anything special. 100 rupees, yeah. So it is a lot of money. And I thought for sure there was a tornado somewhere around here. And I thought for sure I was close enough to spawn it in. But if not, I know a place where it would spawn in. So we can't find it here. If you remember while we were going to drop off all the pearls at the statues, I love this time of day in this game. The clouds, the light, I mean the skyline. It's just animated so well. That's not it. We'll get to that island when we're exploring a bit more. There's a fairy island right there. Like I told you, there's little shell-like islands. Okay, where'd it go? I knew there was a tornado around here. What is this BS? Get out of my way. You can see him glowing right there. It's kind of nice. Alright, we'll just go to our destination. Hold your horses. But this will be giving me like a good time to talk about Breath of the Wild. So like in this game, you have to get certain items to be able to progress to certain places. It kind of builds up, you know, the storyline. It makes it more intense when you find something. I don't know if intense is the right word, but it makes it more special. Let's go ahead and shoot that thing. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get one of the fairy islands right here. I gotta remember which one it is. It's the one southeast of Windfall Island. It's one that I've already gotten. So just when I'm going around and getting my fairy stuff. So we used the bomb to get in here. It's blue around here. Our bombs are blue. I'm pretty sure that this just makes our bomb bag bigger. But I would love for a bigger quiver. I like how for like the gentle speak they change it to light blue. I think that's kind of a nice touch to it. Yep, bigger bombs. Instead of a bronze chain, our chain is silver now. 60 bombs. I don't need your fairies. I don't even think I'm gonna need the fairy I caught. But it's precautionary, you know? They give you so many now maybe if I did it on hero mode, I might need it because I've been kind of struggling, to be honest, comparatively. Where's my boat? There he is. Alright, and then we're gonna go towards our next objective, but we're not going to do the next mission quite yet. We're just going to get there. But we're going to win over something first. I've been telling you what it is. We're going to win over the cyclones. Why? I don't know why I was trying to be mysterious right there. I've been telling you that we're looking for one of their cyclones. Will we find one here? There it is. Yep, that's what I wanted. Come here. Come here. That's Zephos' brother, Cyclos. And he's pissed because, so basically I just gotta shoot him. Like 3 times. He doesn't like that, it's too pokey. And that art style reminds me of Mulan again. He's big. That's a heck of an arm you got there. A little frog god thingy. And what an eye, no one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. And obviously you have mastery of the air, and now that we've established that you're quite the Wind Waker, let's see if you can handle this. Like, why couldn't this be the command melody? Oh, to be fair, I use this one a lot. Actually, I use this a whole lot more than the command melody. Disregard everything I said about the command melody and how dull it sounds. I use this one a whole lot more. Wahoo! That reminds me of Mario in the Nintendo 64 Mario Kart when he gets a mushroom. In the hands of a Wind Waker like you, my adorable little cyclones will be as happy as can be. If you need to move like the wind over the ocean deeps, just call my cyclones. Well, I guess I'll head home for now. See you on down the road. Peace. And we never saw him again. Alright, so we got the cyclone, and I said we were going to go to our next destination. There's Din. Say hi, Din. To the next destination. And wait, did we... 1 second, I need to check on something real quick. I do have one. We'll do that too. We'll start on that. Okay, you remember how we made the deal with the merchant's oath with that guy to start trading these flowers with these other merchants and make more merchant's oaths? Well, that's what we're gonna do, because there is something that you can only get once you've done that for him, and we want to get that. We want to try and, you know, as 100% this game as we feel like. It won't be like entirely 100%ing it, but it'll be pretty close. That island's kind of fun. We'll save that for when we're exploring. It'll be the second episode of exploring. Alright. But yeah, so Breath of the Wild. It's completely open world. It's a lot more like survival than adventure. You know, you're not forced to discover the storyline, really, which isn't the worst thing. Because some people just want to just want to play. But I love seeing how the lore of one Zelda links into another one. And we'll go talk to this guy real quick. Hello, swordsman. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I've come here to plant the great Deku Tree's seed. But look! Usually the forest trees sprout quite vigorously whenever you plant them, but for some reason this one has withered. I'd be willing to bet that the trees my fellow Koroks have planted are withering as well. It seems that when one tree fails to grow from its seed, all the forest trees from that year's seeds wither and fail to grow, tall and mighty. Now that's not a very good biological trait. What are we to do? If we are not able to nurse these trees to health, the forest will never spread, and the great Deku Tree will slowly wither and die. I don't know how that's connected, but I would love for that to be explained to me by someone. Maybe if we could sprinkle the water from the forest haven on the tree, maybe then the sapling would be saved. That water is the wellspring of the great Deku Tree's life force. Swordsman, could you go to the forest haven and get some of the water that flows around the great Deku Tree? Could you get some and sprinkle it on this poor forest tree? Please, please help me. Alright, so now we know the trees aren't doing so hot, but this is my friend right here. Sturdy old man with a large sack on his back. He's gotta have some goodies. Let's set that axe. Yeah, we're not using the telescope. Let's talk to him real quick. I'm what's called a traveling merchant, just a poor wanderer cruising the world in search of rare objects of all sorts, new and old, strange and unsettling. I detected a scent wafting from this island that suggested to me that there might be something of value here, so I sailed my tiny raft all this way from far, far away. But the high rock wall on the main island blocks my way, so it seems as though I won't be able to get much farther. What a disagreeable turn of events. However, my boy, that delivery bag of yours smells to me as if it might well be home to some rare and unique items. If you have any curios that might be worthy of selling in a shop, might you trade them to me? Someday I'm going to open myself a shop. A huge shop. No, a mega superstore. I'm trying to find goods to sell. So can you show me what you've got on you? Okay. Quick moment is that guy right there. He's a Goron. And they are in other Legend of Zelda games. They're like a rock people. They live in the mountains, usually by a volcano. It's always by and in a couple of games it's by Kakariko Village. These are the only place you encounter them in this game is as merchants, and there's no place that you see them. Like, they're in Skyward Sword, they're in Twilight Princess, they're in Ocarina of Time. I don't know if they're in Majora's Mask because I didn't play that one, but they're in lots of the games, and you don't have their civilization here. And you know this is a great sea, and I'll go ahead and tell you now, if we were to try and sail past where the chart was, our boat would just say, hey, you need to turn around and go back because you got some stuff to do, basically. But where do these guys live? Where are they from? Where would he set up his super mega store? I mean, there's a lot that this game just got you curious. So, why that's a town flower, right? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this sea flower? Yes, I would. Sure. Most agreeable, then. My fee will be... Yeah, that'll be 20 rupees on the dot. It's a deal. Thanks. That squares us. Here's your item as promised. Hold out both of your hands. This one kind of looks like second Harry Potter movie, Chamber of Secrets, the Mandrakes. It reminds me of the Mandrakes. You got a sea flower. Scent of the sea wafts from the delicate petals of this flower from an exotic far-off land. If I find a place to put it... So, by your trading goods for my goods, you and I have formed a merchant's oath. So, from this moment forward, I shall honor our merchant's oath by sending shipments of my products to the Windfall Island shop. Thanks again. So that's a Goron, and it's like, where are you guys? Where is your people? And it's just so many questions and zero answers. But back to it, like, I've been back and forth on this. I haven't really gotten set on it. We'll use the swift sail to get us going, and then we're gonna go normal pace because I don't want to get there too fast. Yeah, one of the best things about Legend of Zelda is the storyline and how it links together, and how, you know, in this game you've got shades of something in the past, but there's been plenty of other Zelda games before, so how does this link in with those other Zelda games? Those are bombs. I do not like that. And, you know, where does this fall in that? You know, what is this link compared to the link in the game that would have taken place in that kingdom we just came from, under the water? And I'm worried about, with Breath of the Wild, it's going to be so open world, it's going to be neglecting, like, you can find out the storyline if you want, but it's going to be a lot more open world, and I love the idea of being limited to certain things. It was built up a bit, and I'm sure there's going to be stuff like that. You're not going to get the Master Sword right away. You're going to have to beat certain dungeons and stuff like that, but, you know, just being able to run around, and like in Twilight Princess, you can't go to Kakariko Village for a certain amount of time because there's certain things you have to take care of first, and I'll play that game for you too. The game automatically turns to night when you get to the Forsaken Fortress. That should be noted. But, and there's the fishy. We've already got the chart and information on this island, so we don't need to worry about him. But yeah, I'm just, because if, you know, with the next, because we all know there's going to be another Legend of Zelda game. It's not like they're going to stop with Breath of the Wild. They're going to, you know, Twilight Princess dual released with the Wii U, with the Wii and the GameCube. Well, with the Wii, to help sell units. So, and we're back. This time we just made a much louder entrance. Ganon has likely been made aware of our little incursion already. But you have the Master Sword. That sword shall shine in the darkness, casting back evil. With it in your hands, none can keep you from rescuing your sister. Do not be afraid. So, if they were to try to go, like what I was saying, if they were trying to go back to a more storyline heavy Zelda game, I think it would be difficult for them to go back because people are going to be wanting to pick up these items and do all this exploring, which obviously I love exploring. I would love to be able to just like go anywhere in this great sea and find out what's going on. It's one of the best things about video games to me is just exploring the world that these game makers have created. And so that's going to be tons of fun with Breath of the Wild, but I just don't want to be, I don't want the focus on the story to be gone. You know, I find the story very important in Legend of Zelda games, the lore, you know, they're talking about the gods, Hyrule, Hylians, you know, the origins of the people, you know, stuff like that, how they got where they are, what they need to do, just how everything links together is one of the best part of the Legend of Zelda games, which makes it one of my favorite franchises because everything ties in so well. So, let me go ahead and end this episode here. I made it to my 1 hour and 20 mark, 1 hour and 23 now. So, this would have taken you, obviously, 1 hour and 23 minutes to have watched, which is a nice chunk of time. Basically a movie. So, but yeah, that's my concerns with Breath of the Wild, and I'm sure I'll talk about it more later on, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We're 7 episodes in. If I had to guess, well, we're going to get at least 7 more from exploring each row of tiles. And then we've got a few more dungeons. So there's, I mean, I feel like we might get to 20 episodes for this game. And if you want, after I can still explore more after beating the game. You know, save it right before the last boss and go explore a little more. Stuff you might have wanted to see. So we'll get to that, but thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'm happy to be able to make these videos for you guys, because I saw there was 2 views on my last video, not just 1. And yeah, I'll see you next episode. Peace.